Welcome to the ultimate guide to mastering your cloud security. In a world where digital threats are evolving every second, simply having a password isn't enough. Are you ready to transform your Azure environment from a vulnerable target into a resilient digital fortress? In this course, we strip away the complex jargon and technical hurdles to show you exactly how to protect your business. We'll walk you through the 4 essential pillars: securing your identity front door, locking your data in a high-security vault, building a network perimeter that blocks attackers, and setting up an automated rule book that keeps you safe 24/7. Whether you're an engineer or a business leader, this journey is about taking control. By the end of this course, you won't just understand the tools, you'll have the mindset and the habits to build an innovative, secure, and resilient cloud. Let's get started. In this sketch, we're breaking down the complex world of Azure Security into something anyone can understand. Think of your cloud environment not as a confusing web of jargon, but as a building you need to protect. We start at the digital front door, where identity and access management acts as our first line of defense. The goal is simple: the right people getting to the right resources. Our security guard is Microsoft Entra ID. He doesn't just check your badge, he uses single sign-on to remember you and multi-factor authentication to double-check your identity if things look suspicious. Once inside, we use role-based access control, our digital key ring. Instead of one master key for everyone, we give out specific keys. Owners can do everything, contributors can manage the workspace but can't change the locks, and readers can only observe. This follows the principle of least privilege. By giving people only what they need, we ensure that even if a key is lost, the rest of the building remains safe. Now that we've secured the front door, we need to protect what's inside, the crown jewels of your business, your data. Think of data protection as the high-security safe kept deep within the house. In the old days, developers might leave digital keys like passwords or API codes hidden under the doormat, often tucked right inside the software code where anyone could find them. Azure Key Vault fixes this by providing a centralized bank-grade safe. It securely stores secrets like passwords, keys for scrambling data, and certificates that prove your website is the real deal. But what happens if that data is intercepted? That's where encryption comes in. It scrambles your messages into gibberish in 2 ways: at rest, meaning while it's sitting on a hard drive, and in transit, while it's traveling through a secure tunnel across the internet. By using these tools, you ensure that even if a bad actor manages to bypass a guard, they'll find nothing but unreadable code. Now that we've secured the doors and the safe, we need to protect the roads leading to your house. Network security is about building a perimeter. Without it, your cloud resources are like a house sitting in an open field with no fence. We start with Azure Firewall, our central checkpoint. It monitors the main roads and can block entire regions or suspicious traffic types before they even get close. On a more detailed level, we have network security groups, or NSGs. Think of these as bouncers for specific rooms. They decide which digital doors, called ports, are open. For instance, you might leave the front door open for web visitors but keep the administrative back door locked tight. To handle massive attacks, we use Azure DDoS protection. This acts as a crowd controller, identifying malicious floods of traffic and diverting them so real customers can still get through. Finally, there's Azure Bastion. It allows engineers to work on servers through a secure, private window, keeping the servers themselves completely invisible to the risky public internet. In this final pillar, we look at how Azure helps you maintain control through constant watch and a strict set of rules. Security isn't a set-it-and-forget-it task. It requires a watchful eye and a clear rulebook. First, we have Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Think of this as your 24/7 CCTV system combined with an expert security consultant. It constantly scans your environment for weird behavior, like a login attempt from a new city or an unauthorized change to a major setting, and alerts you immediately. It even provides a security score, which acts like a health check, showing you exactly which digital windows you left unlatched and providing clear instructions on how to fix them. Next is Azure Policy, the rule book for your cloud. In a large company, it's easy for someone to accidentally create an insecure resource. Azure Policy lets you set automatic company rules. For example, you can mandate that no one is allowed to create a storage folder unless it is encrypted. If an employee tries to skip that step, Azure simply says no, ensuring your environment stays compliant and secure by default. Even the most advanced technology can't protect a system if the people using it are careless. Effective security is about a specific mindset and daily habits. We start with the zero trust model. Its motto is simple: never trust, always verify. Instead of assuming everyone inside the building is safe, the system checks your ID, your device, and even your location every single time you ask for data. To keep this consistent, we use DevSecOps. In the old days, security was an afterthought checked only at the end. Now, security is baked into every step, from the first line of code to the final launch. Finally, we practice daily digital hygiene. We use MFA to require a second form of ID, automate patching to keep software up to date against new hacks, and use just-in-time access to only open administrative doors for the exact amount of time needed to do a job. By combining identity, data protection, network fences, and these smart habits, you build an environment that is truly resilient. In this final summary, we bring together all the pieces of the Azure Security puzzle. We've moved from a complex web of jargon to a clear, layered defense strategy. It starts with identity, our digital front door, where we verify every person and device. We then move to data protection, keeping our crown jewels in a secure vault and scrambling them so they remain unreadable to thieves. We built a network perimeter with firewalls and bouncers to control the roads leading to our apps, and we set up a CCTV system and rulebook to monitor behavior and enforce company standards automatically. By combining these technical layers with smart habits like zero trust and MFA, you've transformed your cloud from a vulnerable house in an open field into a resilient digital fortress. Security is a shared journey, and you now have the tools to stay one step ahead.